With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the punter now, Pat McAfee, to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team.
Fair catch called for and taken back near the goal line. So that'll come out to the 25. To throw right away is Howell.
And incomplete to open things up.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. First carry for James Conner. And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Again, a run with Conner. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll run for it with Conner. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. They run behind center with Conner. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. They'll try and run for it with Conner. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And now again, the play clock's going to run out on him. the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is third down.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offense.
Oh, Connor loses it. But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field.
How about this? Racing to the end zone.
Touchdown, New Orleans. Lamar Jackson, 84 yards.
And the Saints use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy is simply sensational.
Prater for the extra point. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it as we resume action. Here's the punter McAfee to kick it away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Al down to throw it.
Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by the safety, D'Angelo Hall. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
CD, he tried to kind of lob that one in there. It looked pretty going through the air. The problem was it was in the air a little bit too long.
Yeah, that's a tough one because for that type of a route and what he tried to do and needed to do, he had to put a little air under it, and the defender was actually able to take advantage of it because it hung up there just long enough for him to get there and take it away.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up second down. Now it's Jackson. And this is caught at the 8. Touchdown, Saints. Calvin Johnson, a 24-yard touchdown.
And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
the full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, two-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though.
Yeah.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick.
This taken in right around the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
To the sideline and incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
And that'll hit and go out of bounds, so they'll start just outside their own 40-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense.
It got his man complete. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Calvin Johnson, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Saints have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they...
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 33.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. After the interception, here's Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, New Orleans. Calvin Johnson on his his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Saints are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Here's Howell. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
That's now 6 dropbacks, 6 incompletions. Yeah, the defense been pretty good early, but he's got to start hitting some of those throws. He's making them better than what they actually are.
And he floats one there, incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and give him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this one will be touchdown right at the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with a 28-0 lead, you figure they're just going to be happy to take this lead right into the locker room. Flush to his right. The quick, and now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Lamar Jackson, 70 yards. And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his 2nd touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talents. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more.
And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works. And the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, partner?
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Here we go.
And Howe will throw it.
Under pressure, they got him again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
Here comes Devin Hester bringing it out.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time.
There he goes, right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Lamar Jackson, 74 yards.
And the Saints come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
Extra point good by Prater, and it is 42-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick.
Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howe.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Howe.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this 1st down.
And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety.
An absolutely dominating series from that pass rush to record the safety. 3 sacks in a row shouldn't be possible against an NFL offensive line. But there they are, dropping him on 3 straight reps, the last of which came in the end zone for 2 points.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick.
And now, how about this? The free kick from the 20 going to be out of bounds. And that, of course, is a penalty.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
They'll start with the option.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe...
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Troy Hill picks it. And the Eagles will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
They'll go play action. Howell.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it. Now they go play action with Howell.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. Oh, it's a wobbler here. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown! Harold Carmichael, 52 yards.
And the Saints are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Prater for the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And he's going to be out of bounds here as his guys will have it to start the 4th. As time has run out on quarter number 3. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Second down, Howell back to pass.
Under pressure, they got him again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the and it's third down.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does them in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Here's Hester. Powering his way forward, and he'll be out right at the 35. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. And this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game, well decided a long time ago.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Jackson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. On second down, Jackson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long.
That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. Dennis Allen, he makes the call, and his offense stays put. They're going to go for it.
Here's Jackson to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Flushed out right.
Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
3rd and goal, Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Keeps himself upright, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Prater on to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And for the 3rd time now, this is going to wind up a safety. Unbelievable. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
Here's 2nd and 10.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. 20! And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Now Prater to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick.
This taken in at the goal line. And he's going to be brought down inside the 5 at the 3.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.